Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Taimur and today we'll be doing some Photoshop editing. I'll teach you some of the basics and how to add blur to your image and a little bit of contrast colors and a bit of different contrast colors and stuff. So first of all, whatever image you have, first of all you can either create a new panel and you can just adjust your image over there and crop it accordingly, or you can just open this and just select your image and the panel will be automatically adjusted to how big the image is. So I'll teach you on how to crop as well. So I'm just gonna open this custom one. You're gonna go for default one as well. I like going for 1080p resolution. You can go for 500, 600 or whatever you're comfortable with. You can choose this orientation as well, but if you're going to crop it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You can select your name whatever you want to and just create it. So this is my my panel. This is, I'm gonna take my image, drag and drop it onto here, and so of opening the image directly rather than opening a panel or a PDF file and then pasting the image onto it, is that we get this, we don't want this extra stuff, these extra white background. So if you want to, it can be easily removed. If you want to remove them, come over here to the cropping tool, just click on it. It's this square box with weird edges, and you'll have these edges at the edge of it, edge of the image, of the landscape, and you're just gonna crop it down, press enter, or you can just press the tick option above, and then that's it. I'm sorry, my image is a bit not really high resolution, so the quality may not be that good at the end, but I'll show you as best as I can. So now this background, I'll remove it, the white one. You can just press backspace to remove it. I'm going to lock this one so I don't make any changes to the original one. Now I need to make, okay, first of all I'm going to make a mask copy of a mask of this. Now there are a few ways to make a mask. I know of two ways. One of which is this way. It's an easy way. First of all, click on this. Like you need to be on. You have to select this layer. Come to select and click on the select and mask. This is what you mask with. Now, what you can do over here is, mine. I selected mine to be this red one, this overview. It's a bit easier to do with this one. You can go for anyone which you want to, because onion skin, marching ants. I don't really know if that changes anything, but it's up to you whichever one you're comfortable with. So now I'm going to select this tool. Now, when I want to mask this, right? And now masking, basically, what masking does is it's going to take the object and separate the object from the image, right? So basically, I need to select the object. You can do this with this method or another method, which I can also show you. So for this one, I'm going to select this too, right? This is the, this is what helps us mask it. So I'm going to go for, you can go for whatever size you're comfortable with. So I'm going to select my object. Now, you don't have to be completely accurate with this, right? This layer, the masking, select the masking tool is quite good. You don't have to be 100% accurate. It adjusts it for itself. So this is what I have right now, right? So if I do show the edge here, so I'm going to show the edge over here by now. You're gonna have to press on this show edge. You're gonna have to tick it. It's going to show the edge, the boundaries of how much you have actually selected. Like for example, this hair bit. Right now, my hair is a bit short, so for those who have longer hair or a bit messier hair, all of these strands won't be selected. You're gonna have to select them yourself. So in order to see how much has been selected and whatnot, press on this show edge, increase the radius, and as you can see that the radius is increasing over there. I'm gonna go for somewhat like, I guess I'm gonna go with 8 pixels, whatever you're comfortable with. I'm gonna press this again, it's gonna go away. As you can see, I need to select this bit of my hair and maybe slightly over here. I'm not really sure about that. Remove the edge. As you can see, a little bit of over here. So I'm gonna go over here. This second option, I'm gonna click on that. I'm gonna then, just, okay, let me just increase its size to 40, I guess. And you know what, I'm just gonna select this, right? So okay, you can be a bit inaccurate over here as well. You don't have to be 100% accurate. As you can see, it adjusts it itself, like it won't select the background with it, So let me just get this bit of it done too. It won't select the red background or whatever the actual background is, right? The rest, just a bit of over here, a little bit over here, and that has mostly selected a lot of my hair. Now if I do show edge again, you can see that it has been updated. Yeah, you can see these extra bits. I don't need that extra bit, but we're gonna deal with that later on in the video. You're going to see. Let me remove my camera. So this is where you've done most of your, I mean, you can also adjust it over here. It's not like you can adjust anything over here. You can, like, in the same option, you can just press on this minus button. The plus adds it, adds stuff, and the minus removes stuff. So anyhow, your hair in the minus one, you can just refine it a bit more if you want to. Though I'm going to show you another way as well. You can use that as well, whichever you feel comfortable with. So now that this is done, I'm going to remove this, out this, right? Then go to output options. This is where you're actually going to save it. So to save it, press on decontaminate colors. This removes any color fringing, like as you can see these at the edge, it's not exactly, it doesn't really look good. It's not really good. So you press on this and and it adjusts a bit, so from far away it looks a bit better than this. It looks a bit grayish. So just click on this. It's going to remove any type of color fringing as best as it can. You can do this amount. It's like you go to zeros, like there's none of it. You go to 50, 60, it's like there will be some, but not as concentrated, I guess. Then here's this output 2. This is what's going to create a new layer. If you do just a new layer, it's only going to bring your object there, but it won't be in a layer mask. If it's in a layer mask, with the layer mask, you're gonna have an option to add stuff or remove stuff to it later on as well. So new document, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. It's like you're gonna have a new file, so I always go with new layer with layer mask. So press on OK, and you're gonna have this new layer with a layer mask. So okay, let me just get rid of the crop too. Go back. I'm gonna open this. Okay, now first of all, lock this one so you don't make changes to the actual image in case if you need it again. So this is my, remove this. This is what I have, right? So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to check for the sharpness and whether whatever I have is totally accurate, or if it needs a bit more selection or not. So I have this selected, but I can't really tell because of the background with it. It's the transparent background. So what I'll do is press on Alt and I'll click on this the black mask object. This is the object I have. This is the masked object. This is the layer mask. So I'll come over here, layer mask. I'm going to select on this, this brush tool. What the black does, it removes it. As you can see, the black background. If you do black, it's going to remove stuff. Press X. This is a shortcut key to change this. You can also press on this one. I'm going to go for white. White adds stuff, right? Sorry, I'm going to go for black. I'm just telling you about that. So in black, I'm gonna check to see if I need anything over here. If there's an extra bit of something that I may have gotten, like for example this bit. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much, but you can just work around with it. I got the flow to 55%. It's nice to keep the flow a bit low, otherwise there's too much. It's too concentrated. Sorry about that. Let me turn on my camera. Okay, so What I can do now is, basically just refine it. I don't really have, as you can see, my hair is not as messy in this picture. So, there's not much I can do, just a little bit of refining and stuff. Like for people with messier hair and stuff, you can just, if you've selected too much of it, like earlier, I changed it in the masked settings, right? So if you don't want to do it over there, you can do it over here as well. So, just gonna remove a little bit of this just to make it more sharp, I guess. I guess you can add a bit of white as well. Like if you think, no, you're gonna have to lower your opacity for this if you want to add stuff. If you think, you didn't get all of it, so you're gonna have to add a bit of it, though it might not be as accurate. So I would recommend to do this only in that select layer when you're making the mask. Otherwise, you may mess it up because the opacity, the flow, and the smoothness is all going to be different. It's better if you do it in a single flow. So, this is pretty much it for this masking. I don't think I need to do anything else with this. So, I'm just gonna go back a bit. This is what I haven't made any changes right now, yeah, I guess you can say a bit of refining on my hair. If I remove this, you can see it's a bit lighter in the original picture. I click on this and you can see a bit more options over here. You can even see this one. Otherwise, you can really focus on this one when the picture's pulled back. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is add the blur to it, right? Blur to my image, right? Because this is here, there's no blur to it, just to make, just to have more focus on the person or the object. So, I'm gonna duplicate this layer. I'm gonna name it blur. Okay, wait, just gonna name it blur. I'm gonna remove the lock of it so I can work on it. I'm gonna convert it to a smart object. Okay, here it is. Then I'm going to rasterize the layer, right? So just to do more options on it. And just to perform more stuff on it, you have to sometimes rasterize and convert it into smart object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this image. I'm going to go to the lasso tool. I'm going to select this, select my object or person, and I'm just going to completely select it. Then I'm going to go in the edit. I'm going to go click on this fill. In this fill, sorry about that. I'm gonna go for content aware. What this does, is it will fill up the selected area with the unselected area, right? Like this area is not selected, right? The background, I guess you can say, the background. I mean, the object that is selected will be filled up by the background, as you can see like this. So it automatically does this. This is with the real Photoshop wizardry, you already have those tools you can just use. Now, yes, you may see this. Of course, this one, the background is not really accurate. It's totally off the place. But that's because if you really look at this, uh, I only have this much of background to choose from, to fill from, right? So this is my object. This object will be filling from the unselected area. So, I don't have a lot, but that's okay. I only need to add the blur to it. So yeah, I don't really need the entire space. So I'm gonna select this layer only again. It's okay if you even have this on, but it only matters on which layer you have selected, the one that you're working on. So, but still, I'm gonna close this so I know the effects that I'm doing on it. So I'm gonna click on this layer. I'm gonna go for filter. I'm gonna go for blur. Now, there are two types of blur you can add that are suitable over here. You can add the lens blur, right? This is, the radius is what shows the strength of the blur, I guess you can say, in a way. So go for a full 100, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna go with 70, I guess. Click on OK. Apply it. You got this blur, right? Now, wait, let me try something. Yeah, like as you can see, this is my original image. This is my, added the blur, and a little bit of different, you know, layer mask and stuff. Yeah. So what you can do next is add some color contrast and a little bit of the presets that we already have in the Adobe Photoshop. So let me turn off my camera. What you can do for this is, okay, select the object. I'm gonna go for this one. If you go for this one, I believe, if you add this good color lookup, you're gonna, add like, if for example you add this one, it's not really affecting, it's not affecting the person, it's affecting the background. Now that's because this layer is underneath this, underneath the object one. So if I go for above, it's also going to affect my image, the object that I created. So if I go for the least bottom one, it's not even going to affect my blur one. So like if I go back, go for the original one, it's going to affect my original one. This layer affects, a new layer affects all the layers underneath it. So like if I remove this, you can even just add the color tone, so whatever you feel like. So I'm going to remove this, turn these on. If you don't want it on you, you can just pull it back. You got a little bit of the different background. And if you want a different kind of an effect on your person's face, or the object, you can just click on your person, go to this option, click on it, and you can go for color lookup. And the color lookup already has the presets. If you want to add another preset from from another website, or you download it from somewhere else, from a friend or from anywhere else, you can add them from over here. You already have those files. You're gonna upload it to PDF. That is if you're gonna upload it to Photoshop. That is if it's Photoshop supports it. So I'm gonna go for this one. Sorry, never mind. I'm gonna go for this one. I already have some predefined ones. You can go for, I guess, fall color, or any kind you wish for, like moonlight, soft color, soft warming, whatever you feel like. Night from day. Okay, no, that's weird. Edgy. Okay, that's weird too. Okay, that's really weird. Yeah, I know this one's a bit better, I guess. 2 strip, 3 strip, go for. This affects your background, but this will also affect your background. Why? Because it's underneath this layer as well. So that's pretty much it for this. For this tutorial on how to change your background and image and stuff. If you do this, it's gonna completely change your image. If you want some other, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to click on this. So it's totally up to you of how you want to do this. You can keep the background a bit better. It's totally up to you. There's another option. If you want to add your own, like if you want to create your own stuff, like colors and similar to that, you can go to the same option. Instead of going to color lookup, you can go to where's the option, the hue and saturation. Come over here. You can really play around with it and see what you like, what you don't like. You're gonna have another layer for it, so you can adjust the layer of what you want to affect. So you can just pretty much just play around with it. You can go for a bit of dark one. You can go a bit like this. You can make it like an 1900s image or something. This is turning a bit of my jacket green, not the other, my face and my jacket green. You can just you already have presets as well. Yellow boost. So there's old style. You already have presets over here. You can make your own as well. You can search up some. It's all up to you of how whatever suits your taste. So, that's totally up to you. I'm gonna go for, I guess, yellow boost. I'm gonna remove this. This is what I have. As you can see, my jacket's quite bright over here. I'm gonna go for this one, I guess. Yeah, you can just play around with it. You can activate all of them. It's totally up to you how you want to do this. Uh, well, that's pretty much it for this tutorial, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.